on that.
I could hear ghostly.
They went in for an adventure, but what they found was pure nightmare fuel. Tonight, you'll witness 6 terrifying moments that were never meant to be seen. What lurks in the woods might be far darker than you expect. Let's begin. The first video tonight comes from 401 Files, a UK-based paranormal exploration channel investigating cryptids, UFO sightings, and unexplained wilderness encounters across remote landscapes. It is November 17th, 2025, in the North York Moors, England, United Kingdom. This episode follows the host during a solo hammock camp in an area known for strange sightings and high strangeness events. What begins as a standard night in the forest slowly becomes tense and unnerving as unusual movement and unexplained sound break the quiet.
By something moving in the woods. And so it was like a side profile of a large man. I remember looking at this thing, and the weirdest thing about the whole situation is how it was moving. It was like it was on like a treadmill. Like it was just sitting there, and it was like an escalator, like you go to those airports where you can like stand and the escalator will just take you. And so it was basically gliding across in the deep woods, and it was inset 10 to 15 feet approximately into the woods. So I could just see a black, large man size.
The host sets up camp with his dog, Lily, and begins exploring the surrounding forest. While walking deeper into the trees, he spots a tall, black, human-sized figure gliding between tree trunks without footsteps or arm movement. The smooth, unnatural motion immediately shifts the tone of the night.
Starts not only to change colour, but to move very sporadically left and right, making sharp right-angle turns. And they soon realise that it's not actually even in the water, but above the water. So one of the guys has this high-powered torch, and he narrows the beam down. It's one of those ones where you can adjust the beam from either a floodlight type or to a narrow beam. He does this, shines it on the object, and within fractions of seconds, this light is now at the point where water meets sand, like at the edge of the beach. They didn't see this thing travel the distance that it required to get to this point. It was just boom, instantaneously at the edge of the beach. They were like freaked out, thinking, what the hell? How did that even get from out there at sea to the edge of the beach, which is only 50 meters away from where we are?
He recalls a previous UFO sighting during a beach camp, a light that appeared to teleport from sea to shoreline, followed by missing time and memory blanks. He reflects on that moment, noting how unpredictable and confusing unexplained events can be.
It's not worse when you head out to explore and you realise that you've left your chair and your tripod back at camp. You see, this is why another good reason for getting the action camera will be... What the hell was that? Out of all the places I've come to explore in my life, the North Yorkshire Moors provides the weirdest sounds you've ever heard. In fact, I was back up here a few weeks back, and I heard something creepy as hell. If I've got the footage, the video never came to light. I don't know why. Something happened with storage, I think, or there was some technical issue where I had to start deleting a load of things. So the video never got wrapped up, but I kept the important footage, which was the sounds that I picked up. And if I can find them throughout my album right now, I'll paste them in on this video so you guys can hear it right now. What is that? Over the years,
Strange howls echo across the moors, one distant, one closer. The forest feels heavy and alive, and the sense of isolation increases with each sound.
did you guys see that? What the hell? A rabbit just literally ran. I thought it was Lily at first. Nearly jumped into my lap. What the hell? Jesus.
A fast movement rushes past his legs. He assumes it's Lily, but realizes it's a wild rabbit bolting through camp. The suddenness adds to the tension already building through the night.
A lot of people that see these creatures claim that they look like they're on an escalator. You know when you go to the airport and you stand on those escalators and they move you along really, really quickly without you actually even walking. Now you can walk on them and they'll still move you along really, really quickly, but it's a weird motion. And
He reflects on common cryptid and extraterrestrial reports. Faces frozen in fear, entities gliding rather than walking. The behavior matches what he saw earlier among the trees, amplifying the unease. Lily remains alert, staring into the darkness as if sensing something unseen. The host continues cautiously and reflects on the unpredictability of wilderness investigations, where sound, movement, and unexplained sightings can transform a routine camp into something far stranger. The North York moors leave him unsettled, conscious of the possibility that something else was out there with them, silent and watching. Be honest. Could you spend a night out there, alone in the dark, not knowing what's lurking just beyond the trees? Or are you content watching from your blanket-wrapped safety zone? The next horrifying video comes from The Cat Lady Van, a US-based solo van life channel documenting life on the road with her cat, Kitty. Her videos often show the beauty of off-grid living, but also the dangers that come with sleeping in unfamiliar places, especially when you're alone. It is November 8, 2025, on Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada.
Like this. Stop raining at night and the temperature cool down because the sky is wide open, and tomorrow morning the rain's gonna come back. That's all that work. That's all that work on the West Coast. Ain't kidding? Yeah. Windy, the wind is gone. Everything is gone. Oh, you feel lovely. I think she's gonna give you a kiss. If you don't give a kiss, Kitty, you have a problem. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. I deeply appreciate all of you guys. Leave you with her. She's better to give a kiss. You are better to give a kiss, Kitty, because I think you're gonna be mad. Alright, kissing time. It's a kissing time. Ah, you feel lovely tonight. Thank you, bye-bye. Oh, more kiss. That's just what you want, some attention. I know that, I know. Alright guys. Oh, and by the way, Kitty doesn't care about firecrackers and fireworks. Yeah, that doesn't even bother you. Every time you're like, oh, poof, what is that? Oh. Something in the sky. Can I catch it? Alright guys, we see you into the next one. Yep. Alright guys.
Parked in a familiar rest spot, she reflects on how these places no longer feel as secure as they once did. Halloween celebrations are happening in town, but out here it's quiet, almost too quiet. Rain has stopped, wind has faded, and darkness surrounds the van. Kitty is alert, watching the tree line and scanning the night, as if waiting for something. Nothing visibly moves outside, yet the tension is already there. Subtle, but growing.
Someone banging on my van pretty loud. I'm not sure if he did any damage, to be quite honest. I don't know if he banged with a piece of wood. He banged on another van too. I'm gonna move. So just
Without warning, someone begins banging on the van. Loud, aggressive, deliberate. She can't tell if it's fists, a stick, or something heavier. Kitty jumps, startled. The banging shifts to the van parked behind hers, confirming this isn't a mistake. Someone is out there, and they are looking for attention.
and another time to her, and the last time the guy went in the wood and he was banging on the van like quite a lot, and he says something around like, "I'm gonna destroy your van." So she's like, "Oh, this is the time to move." I'm like, "Yeah." So used to be a quiet place. I kind of feel like, I don't know why I feel like this, but since I went back on the Vancouver Island, I feel like...
The woman in the second van explains she's been targeted before, shouted at, and hit in the night. Hearing this turns the incident from isolated to pattern, the kind that makes you rethink safety.
So damage on my van. I knew when he banged on my van, it would sound pretty loud. I thought I was in the back, that's why I was looking in the back there. And I didn't know if he had a stick, that's why I saw on my video. But I think he probably had a rock and when he banged on my van, because yeah, this looked like quite a big...
Morning light reveals a large dent in the side of her van, likely from a rock. 7 years of van life without damage, until now. Whatever happened last night wasn't just noise. Someone wanted to leave a mark. After relocating to a safer rest area, she reflects. Relief that she and Kitty are unharmed. Frustration that a peaceful night became something far darker. Kitty's awareness and calm vigilance become part of the story here. A quiet reminder that instincts matter when danger comes quietly in the night. Even trusted parking spots can shift from shelter to threat without warning. For solo travelers, safety isn't something you assume. It's something you test, night after night. Sorry to interrupt the video, but if you're enjoying it, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. We're trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And right now, 80% of viewers aren't subscribed. So if you're one of them, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really means a lot. Your support helps us continue creating awesome, creepy videos. Now, let's get back to the video. The next chilling video comes from Explore With Me, Endurance Adventures, a UK-based outdoor exploration channel specializing in wild camping, endurance challenges, and immersive woodland travel. The videos focus on practical survival, atmospheric storytelling, and subtle suspense, ideal for viewers who appreciate slow burn tension in natural spaces. It is February 12, 2024, in the woodlands of Northamptonshire, England.
Look at that, jet bill time. Gonna have a brew. Just having a brew. It's quite dark outside now. It's about 6 o'clock, I think. Going to put tea on in a bit. Just making sure it's really stopped raining.
tiny spatula.
Rachel's put her trangia. Look at that, a proper trangia cooking set. And she's really kindly cooking us up some vegan burgers and onions and bread rolls there. And that's going to be yummy.
I hope so.
It will be, it'll be great. This is lovely. Really delicious camp meal. Right, all sorted now I think. In the sleeping bag, I'm in my thermal nightwear. Everything's just about tidy. It's only about 9:30. Was at what they call hiker midnight. So it's pretty quiet outside, not too windy, not raining. I can hear a plane going over. It just seems like the whole of England is under one big gigantic flight path. So yeah, she'll be going down to sleep shortly. And so yeah, hopefully we get some sleep, because you never sleep the same camping, do you? You never really do, unless you're really, really tired. So here's hoping I will get some sleep. And see you in the morning. Night.
Night has settled fully across the forest. The campers lie inside their tents with hot drinks in hand, listening closely to the woods around them. Mist breathes through the trees, shadows bending beneath the moonlight. Branches creak and shift with the wind, while faint rustling adds a layer of tension in the dark.
I could hear ghostly screams in the night. Sadly, it wasn't the restless spirit of Mrs. Fitzgerald. It was just some fornicating foxes.
A scream tears through the silence, sharp, sudden, unnervingly human at first. The campers freeze. The forest compresses around them. Moments later, they realize the truth. Foxes, not spirits. The fear dissolves into shaky relief, but the moment leaves its mark.
Right, we've had a bit of a mishap. We're just coming down this steep slope. We both slipped, but I was the one that actually went down on my bum. So I don't think it's a pretty...
The next morning, the adventure continues through thick woodland. On a steep, muddy slope, one camper suddenly loses footing and slides downward. It's quick, messy, and far tenser than expected, turning a simple walk into a real test of balance and control.
Okay now.
I can't breathe.
Oh, it's fast.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, you don't do things by halves, do you?
I don't fall over by half, that's for sure.
The fall carries on as she struggles to steady herself, mud covering clothes and gear. It's a stark reminder that in winter forests, even without ghosts, the landscape itself can challenge you. No paranormal activity that night, only mist, fox cries, creaking branches, and a story that colored the darkness with imagination. Yet the tension was real. The atmosphere alone made the woods feel older, heavier, and faintly haunted. In daylight, the hike ends with mud-soaked clothes, ruined footing, historic ruins, and a warm pub lunch to close the day. A calm, wild camp with one good scare. Not supernatural, but memorable all the same. It's easy to prepare for wildlife, but what we rarely expect, what truly unnerves us, is when another person appears where no one else should be. That's when curiosity turns to fear. The next shocking video of the night comes from Paranormal Discovery, a Canadian investigation channel known for exploring haunted forests, abandoned sites, and historic ground with unmarked history. Their footage focuses on raw EVP responses, REM pod interaction, and real-time reactions without embellishment. It is the 26th of March, 2023, in Cole Harbour, in Nova Scotia, Canada.
People and feel energy, but no messages yet.
I don't remember this, but let's go through it.
All right.
Ready for this adventure?
Yep.
I hope everybody that's watching this right now is ready for this, because we are going right up the ass through a threshold right now. We have no idea what we're truly talking to or walking into.
I hope you all brought some snacks.
Are there any spirits up here? I swear to God, shine the light down there. That was weird. I think I just saw an animal.
An animal?
Something definitely just darted right there. I think it was an animal.
Yeah, there's probably like foxes and stuff.
Do you hear that?
The team returned to the unmarked graves at Cole Harbour Poors Farm. Chelsea immediately senses more than one presence, particularly a woman, and another spirit whose name may begin with Ma or M. Their devices record small energy spikes, and faint voices drift from the trees around them. Footsteps snap in different directions, never from the same place twice, creating a growing sense that something is moving around them, rather than watching from one point.
The only thing I ask you not to drain is our heated vests, because we're gonna need those. Oh, thank you.
Please, who's here with us right now?
Can you make it go off again a little bit louder? One more time. Wow, you did it on command.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Did you hear that? You heard that, right?
What did you hear?
A branch snapping.
Careful.
Whoa.
What do we have to be careful of? Last time it gave us a warning too.
Yeah, it
right
did.
Before you fell, remember?
Yeah. Tell us your name. We just came to have a communication moment with you. We came from Halifax to talk to you guys today.
Night.
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 It is nighttime.
You're right.
And we're gonna spend the night with you guys.
Oh, funny.
Keep the camera on.
In the exact spot! We got this last time!
Yeah.
Wow. Now, the first time we came here, I wasn't going to revisit this spot, but then I kind of thought, why don't we camp out for one of the episodes of After Death? So, I don't know, it's still kind of so new, if you know what I mean. Like, it's new to us.
Yeah, the spot.
Yeah.
During the REM pod session, the device responds directly to their questions. Whispered voices begin circling the group, impossible to place. Chelsea repeatedly mentions the feeling of figures standing close, just outside their lights. Footsteps shift across the tree line, raising the question, is this residual sound or intelligent movement?
Hello, Hilda. Thank you for joining us.
Hilda, were you a part of the grounds here?
You know what could help them build some energy?
What?
Is usually we do this like closer to like the end, but if we were to do an Estes method, it could help build up the energy.
True. Are you going to be okay with that though?
Yeah, I'll be okay.
I can even hop into it if you want.
Doesn't matter. Usually it helps me tune in as well. Yeah, someone's messing with the beats, so they are literally, I just checked on my phone and they're like at 88%. which will usually last like a couple days on beats.
So they're at what percent?
88.
They're at 88%.
Yeah, and then they were just working, like it was just telling me things, and then I heard it go boop boop boop, like it turned off.
Activity intensifies. Chelsea hears fragmented names. Mom, Hilda, Shoemaker, leave us. Lamar sees silhouettes passing between the trees and feels a presence directly in front of him. Without warning, their equipment shuts down, batteries drained. Both investigators describe a surge of sadness, heavy and sudden, as if the ground itself holds memory. The team make it out safely, but shaken. The drained equipment, whispered names, and shifting silhouettes suggest layered activity around the unmarked graves. Not one spirit, but many. They leave with the sense that whatever is here remains aware and still waiting to be heard. It's not always the wild that's dangerous. Sometimes, the most terrifying thing you can find in the woods is another person. The next video comes from Moxley's Paranormal World, a UK-based investigation channel centered around nighttime vigils in forests, abandoned sites, and historic hotspots. The footage is raw, unpolished, and driven by real EVP sessions, K2 readings, and the unsettling stillness of locations most people would never camp in after dark. It is September 5th, 2024, in Delamere Forest, United Kingdom.
So hopefully we'll get some sort of activity out here tonight. Just past Ming's tent, about 300-400 yards, is the main pathway where people have said they've seen and heard a horse and carriage going past. Just over this way is where people have been spotting shadow figures moving in and out the tree line, as well as the lady in white seen floating through the tree line. Right, so me and Ming have just been sat around camp, just having a drink, having a talk. We heard a lot of like screaming. You've got the geese, but this was people screaming. Or someone screaming, we're not too sure what it was. Well, just sat here. It's so silent. Apart from the geese over at the lake. But Delamere Forest, it has got some history of paranormal activity, so I don't know what we're in for here tonight, but have a look at my view. So this is my view from my tent. Look at that. How spooky does that look? Well, I'm going to pull the spirit talker out shortly and see if I can communicate with anything here. Then I'll take you for a walk through this forest. We'll go up to the footpath. You just never know, we might capture a glimpse of the horse and carriage, which would be amazing, wouldn't it? But yeah.
Moxley and Ming set up their tents beside a quiet waterline, the same stretch associated with sightings of a horse-drawn carriage apparition and multiple shadow figures. The forest is unnervingly still, broken only by occasional calls from geese across the lake. As they settle in, Moxley hears tapping and scratching brushing across the tent fabric. No breeze, no animals. Just a rhythmic, deliberate contact from outside the canvas. Both men acknowledge the shift. The air feels heavier, as though the woods are paying attention.
I just heard tap, 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 tap. That's why I was asking if it was raining.
No.
Across the top of the tent. Yeah, it's doing it again.
Right.
But it's a sound of like, when it starts to rain.
Yeah, when it's just starting.
Yeah. Like you say, it's not even forecast rain tonight.
There's no forecast rain, there's no wind, there's nothing.
It's as still as can be out here.
That's so strange.
Scratching then.
Hearing all sorts out here, mate.
Mate, I'm hearing scratching and I'm not kidding you.
On your tent?
Inside the tents, the tapping continues. Light, persistent and inexplicable. Nothing moves outside, yet the canvas keeps flexing as if touched.
He sat in his tent, I'm sat in mine. We heard. There was brambles breaking. I was walking.
What is going on out there?
I don't know, but it's been going on all night, that. It'll go dead silent, then it'll pick up.
Yeah.
But please, you heard that? Like, somebody's walking through this.
I did. Just let me get me.
And then...
Let me get me torch. Right, folks.
I don't know. Right, should we go and have a look? But that come from... behind us over there.
Yeah. It was definitely behind us.
Yeah, good idea. On a series.
Footsteps begin circling the campsite. Slow, steady, unmistakably human in weight. Moxley and Ming stare into the darkness, but there is no figure to match the sound.
Did that sound like somebody crying?
It did to me. It sounded like somebody crying to me, mate. Oh, come. Okay, right.
A woman's crying rises from the tree line. Close. Far too close. They separate to search the perimeter, but the sobbing stops the moment they approach. No movement, no explanation. Only the forest standing silent and wide awake.
Come from this side, just over there, because I heard somebody coming through this, but I knew you were on the other side.
Yeah.
Trying to find the entrance back in.
Yeah, that's it.
And then, just the woman started crying. You heard it though, didn't you, louder? I'm not going to be sleeping out here, mate.
Recorded.
I'm not going to be sleeping out here. Honestly, that was loud.
Well, I was thinking about sleeping out here, but I'm in two minds whether to do it now, to be honest.
Well, it was that.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Let me see.
It come from this side here.
Right. Well,
literally, this is what it sounds like. It does. It sounds like that. That's exactly what it sounded like, and then it just stopped. And then it was just a woman started crying.
The crying returns, louder, nearer, almost beside the tents. Branches snap, footsteps shift. Whatever is there keeps its distance, but never its presence. With activity escalating instead of fading, both men begin debating whether the overnight stay is still a good idea. Morning light finally breaks through the trees. The forest looks calm, harmless, ordinary, a stark contrast to the night before. No apparition was captured, no shadow made visible, yet the tapping, footsteps, and repeated crying were undeniable. The investigators leave with the sense that Delamere Forest holds something restless, something that walks between the trees unseen, but never unheard. Before the next clip, if you're enjoying the video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. We're trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and right now, 80% of viewers aren't subscribed. So if you're one of them, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really means a lot. Your support helps us continue creating awesome, creepy videos. Now, let's get back to the video. The last video of the night comes from Hike Slam, a US-based solo hiking and outdoor adventure channel specializing in long-distance trails, stealth camping, and atmospheric wilderness nights. It is July 10th, 2022 on Bluff Mountain, Blue Ridge Parkway, Virginia, USA.
Out brushing my teeth, I had my headlamp on, and I saw another headlamp coming up the trail. The trail is probably like 75 yards from where my campsite is. So I went up there to see who it was, just because I knew I wouldn't be able to sleep unless I saw who it was. By the time I got up there, they had either shut their headlamp off or they had hiked really fast past. Probably just hiked really fast past the top of the mountain, but I wasn't going to go chasing somebody through the woods. That just seems like a bad idea. So back at my campsite, a little weird just because there's not a lot of people out hiking at night usually, and somebody hiking at night, hiking that fast is a little odd. I mean, there's all...
After reaching the summit, he sets his tent below the peak as evening settles fast. Wind tears across the ridge, shaking the trees and pushing against the fabric of the shelter. He cooks dinner, talks about the tragic story of a missing child linked to the mountain, and tries to wind down. Darkness deepens, isolation sets in, and the mountain feels heavy around him.
The Appalachian Trail, there could be somebody who's trying to beat their personal record. If I see the headlamp return, I'll check in with you guys. Otherwise, I'm going to try to get some sleep. It does sound like a wind tunnel, as you can hear, so we'll see how this goes. But, all right, I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. This is Phil. It's about 5 a.m. I just packed up the camp. I'm headed back to the truck. I didn't sleep at all last night. It was like a freight train with the wind blowing, bumping into the tent. Felt like someone was pushing against it most of the night. So I'm gonna head back and get home, and from there I'm gonna make some breakfast. So yeah, that was a heck of a night. Crazy dreams in the little...
While brushing his teeth, he notices a bright headlamp moving along the trail above camp. The motion is smooth, quick, and steady, strangely controlled for someone hiking in complete darkness. Curious, he walks toward the trail to identify the person. The moment his torch beam sweeps across the ridge, the light disappears completely. No footsteps, no fade out, just gone.
I'll sleep and wake back up again, but for now I'm gonna head back to the truck and go home. It's a little rabbit in the trail here. Super early in the morning. Wow, it's not scared of me at all. Right near the top of the mountain. Is this the spirit of little Audie Klein?
Back at camp, the wind escalates. Gusts slam into the tent like waves, bending poles and shaking fabric with relentless force. It sounds like something huge is pushing at the shelter from every angle. Sleep becomes nearly impossible as the gusts return, again and again.
Wow, that was a good little adventure. Had animal encounters, had a hiker encounter, had some extreme weather, so pretty good. And now I'm gonna enjoy my breakfast sandwich. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Leave a comment. Let me know if you liked the video. See you next time.
By morning, the wind dies and silence returns. While descending the trail, he finds a rabbit sitting perfectly still in the middle of the path. It doesn't flinch, move, or react, even as he approaches closely. After the night he just experienced, the calm moment feels unnerving instead of peaceful.
I've been looking forward to this for a while. That is really good. Cheese, sharp cheddar cheese, a little bit of hot sauce, ketchup, lots of bacon. Delicious.
He leaves Bluff Mountain without claiming anything supernatural, but the disappearing headlamp, the violent wind, and the motionless rabbit leave a lingering tension. The mountain offers no answers, only atmosphere, uncertainty, and a feeling that something unseen might still be up there. And that wraps up another dive into the unknown. If you're into spine-chilling footage and unexplained encounters, hit that subscribe button and stick around. We've got more coming, and it only gets weirder from here.